According to Advanced CT, 3/4 of the manufacturers in Connecticut were considered essential during COVID and continued their operations without interruption. Governor Lamont and David Lehman provided the sector with skillful leadership, guiding our state to become one of the healthiest and most fiscally secure to emerge from the pandemic. But of course, it's not only the people in charge who are responsible for our collective well-being. It's the everyday workers pursuing new skills, the younger generations taking over family businesses, and the customers who prefer the care and precision that they can still find in Connecticut manufacturers. Let's look at a few of the quick pivots that our companies successfully made when faced with the challenges of 2020.
Hi, I'm Stephen Barmore, and I'm the Director of Business Development at Curtis Packaging. Been around since 1845, and we manufacture folding cartons. Boxes that you see in a retail setting, cosmetics, liquor, chocolate, golf balls. Titleist is our largest customer, and our largest segment is cosmetics. Our production facility runs on 100% renewable energy, and we are a carbon neutral entity. When taken into consideration our ownership of a forest in Costa Rica, we're actually a carbon negative entity. We're certified zero waste to landfill, and you'll see as we walk throughout the plant that everything is recycled. In 2020, when COVID-19 hit, we switched our production to manufacture face shields. And for about 4 to 5 months, we were able to supply those face shields around the state and around the country. When we decided that we were going to pivot to make face shields to help people with COVID on the front lines, we decided that we needed to do a few things. One, keep the design simple so that it could be flat packed and shipped out flat, and also so it could adapt to our machinery. Two, test our machinery to make sure that it could cut the thickness of the material that was necessary. And three, that we can manufacture these in a way that was cost effective, fast, and efficient. As 2021 comes to a close, we're excited to continue to support our current and new customers as they continue to grow in a post-COVID world.
Hi, I'm Vincent Wong. I'm the Chief Quality Officer here at Tom's Corporation. We're a medical device manufacturer, contract manufacturer for med device, primarily focused in spine, but always looking to partner with our medical device OEMs that are out there. This organization has been around since 1988, so 30 plus years of some really great successes, 8 expansions at this CT location with the most recent expansion in Indiana. Always looking at innovation and expansion and being a better partner for our customers and medical device patients worldwide. As a core function of our business, innovation and investment is a part of our strategy. Every year we're looking at the next best thing, from staffing to technology to machining to applications that are going to end up making our lives easier with our engineering staff, our production staff, down to supply chain, you name it. And one thing that I always joke about with our CEO is that when I first joined the organization just about a year ago, he said he wanted to operate in 2040. He wanted to operate in that realm now. So always challenging our folks, all levels of staff, to look at what can be bigger, better, and faster, and be more efficient with how we operate on the day-to-day. On the machining side, a lot of what we do here is machine medical device components for spine, all different types of machining capabilities. And one of the more recent innovations that we made in the last 2 years is around 8-axis index machines. Those machines can actually replace 5 to 6 of our existing machines that we have out on the floor. And you think about the ability to speed up delivery, speed up our lead time for our customers so we can get product and help them get product out to the field faster. It is a key part of our business model. And while we spend a lot of time on the operational and the QC side, we're also investing in how we can be, again, a better partner for our customers on the project side, on the new project side, on the engineering side. And with COVID really shocking the system, shocking the world on how we operate in manufacturing in that case, what was typical in the past, the face-to-face presence, customers coming on site, us visiting vendors, that really went away in the last year and a half. So thinking about how can we still have that level of connection with them, a key piece of that was investing in virtual technology. So we just started the installation. We've tried it out and piloted it with a couple of customers now. Between visual defects, if we're looking at a better way to manufacture, it's not as easy for them to come on site and look at those parts. Using the virtual technology to go hop on a Microsoft Teams meeting and be able to say, hey, this is what we're looking at, this is actually what we think we need to clarify, they can actually visually see that over the screen versus, as a replacement to the typical on-site visit. So those are just a couple examples of, in most recent, really, honestly, in the last year, that we're trying to tackle all levels of the organization to make all levels in how we operate on the day-to-day, not just internally, but externally, make it easier, make it more efficient for how we operate. And that truly is a key element of this business, and really what attracted me to Tom's as well. It's that energy, that empowerment to try something new, the risk to try something new at the limited cost to help our customers and our customers internally.
Hi, I'm Brittany Ishwood, President of Burke Aerospace. Burke Aerospace is an aerospace and IGT component manufacturer, focusing primarily on EDM, milling, and turning. We never hunkered down during the pandemic. We knew we had to make a change right off the bat. Prior to COVID, we were 80% commercial, 20% military. Now we are 80% military and 20% commercial. We knew engineering needed to develop NPI in a short time frame, so we put all hands on deck from both locations, Connecticut and South Carolina, to focus on all NPI. So not only did we pivot engineering into focusing on military development, but we also invested quite a bit in new machinery for both locations in Connecticut and South Carolina. We were awarded 2 grants from the state of Connecticut to support additive manufacturing and equipment with 3D printing. Our focus is going to be printing tooling to allow us to reduce cycle time of development in NPI. With the ability to do this, we'll take a cycle time that used to be 8 weeks and condense that into 2 weeks. This will be new for Burke Aerospace because we were primarily a machining shop. Now we want to pivot and to get into additive manufacturing for tooling, and then segue us into make complete parts through additive manufacturing. Our engineers never stopped innovating and thinking of ways to make us more advanced and cost effective either. One example is that we are now EDMing blades and inspecting blades by holding the blades by the root. This allows us to EDM, pre and post inspect, all while holding in the same fixture, which results in decreased cycle time, less nonconformances. We run our shop with less than 1% nonconformances and a less than 1% scrap rate. At Burke Aerospace, we have always been challenged and are prepared to come out of the pandemic stronger than ever. Our customers see us as an extension of their team, and that makes us very proud of what we have accomplished to date. It's also a reminder that we can never stop treating our employees fairly, offering training to our team so that we can continue to innovate and be ready for the next challenge.
Hi, I'm Ed Gilchrist. I'm the owner of JAR9. JAR9 is a product design development company, also a contract manufacturer. This one started as just a product design and development company about 15 years ago. This firm specifically, we've focused on larger clients, partnering with our clients as best we can to be everything for them. About 3 years ago, we started a relationship with a company called Juice Bar. They were critical to help us get through the last couple of years, partly because the Juice Bar is a company that is selling EV chargers. And as an EV charger manufacturer, that market has, despite all of the pandemic issues, has grown really rapidly. So we started doing engineering for them. We took on the manufacturing about 1.5 years ago. We've grown from what was probably a couple thousand square feet of manufacturing into 6,000 to 7,000 square feet now, and we're going to be jumping to 40,000 square feet, primarily due to the EV charging market. The things that's helped us get through it is, one, we're pretty vertically integrated. We have design here, we have engineering here, we have manufacturing, we have sourcing. We've used primarily Connecticut-based manufacturers for the parts we need. We've also used US manufacturers as much as possible. 70% of what we've built comes from the US. 100% of our manufacturing business is now Juice Bar. About 1.5 years ago, I had to make the decision, do I continue to do other manufacturing for other clients? And honestly, the thing we determined is the only way to get through and to be able to be a good supplier to them was to focus solely on Juice Bar for now. And so we completely reconfigured the factory to be an assembly line to build EV chargers. And honestly, that trying to be really good at one thing has helped us a lot, so we haven't been distracted with lots of little small jobs coming and going. When we move into our new facility in 2 months, we're looking for another factor of 10 growth over the next 12 to 18 months over there. Our goal is to continue bring more manufacturing into Connecticut. Some of that might have to be done in-house if we can't find somebody local to do it. But we're gonna, I think our next big change is we do some moldings in China, they're gonna come back to Connecticut. There's a bunch of parts that are made in Europe that are coming back to Connecticut. Our next big pitch is bring as much here as possible. We're committed to doing that, we're gonna do it, and I think that'll help us get through the next time there's one of these, or maybe the continued saga of this.
From reconfiguring the shop floor for social distancing to become part of the emergency preparedness supply chain, Connecticut came through for the nation and the world at large. But this is no surprise. It's our tradition, and in fact many Connecticut manufacturers accept it as a responsibility. We innovate to stay prepared. We innovate because we prefer to look forward, not back. And most of all, we innovate because we have deep roots in our communities and we know we're here to stay. And that's just what innovators like us do. We thrive. So what's next? Well, Connecticut is becoming a hub for lean, green and clean manufacturing, and with good reason. We are proud to demonstrate strong stewardship of natural resources, and to be the home of the nation's first green bank and first net zero hotel. Now with incentives to reduce energy use and abundant solar and offshore wind energy coming online, manufacturers in our state can see a cleaner, greener future than ever before. And the workforce? Well, we are seeing a rapid influx of population into Connecticut from neighbouring states, in part because people can achieve a very high quality of life here for an average cost of living. Access to good childcare, schools, internet, parks and healthcare create a winning combination and means that employers can develop all skill levels and retain those who enjoy working at the top of their game. It's amazing to look back and see how far we have come and how much we actually have to celebrate. Rising through the crisis of COVID, we leveraged our natural bent to create and find solutions. In the process, we proved that Connecticut manufacturers are indeed here to stay and here to thrive. Created and produced by Red Rock Branding. redrockbranding.com